Your Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Your Excellency Hamada El Badoui Mohamed Faki, Ambassador of the Union of the Comoros and Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, Your Excellency Ambassador Joseph Sokoine, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation, Ambassador Fatma Rajambu, Deputy Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished colleagues, heads of the Department of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation here present, honorary consuls, ladies and gentlemen. Na wasalimu kwa jina la Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Your Excellency, President Samia Suluhu Hassan, today is not a fitting occasion for me to deliver a speech. My task is simple and easy. I take the podium to extend, first of all, my deepest gratitude and appreciation to Your Excellency for inviting us to the State House for this Sherehe party, diplomatic Sherehe party of the new year. I thank members of the Diplomatic Corps for accepting the invitation to gather here this evening for this auspicious occasion. Allow me to wish you, though belatedly, a Happy New Year. Your Excellency, let me take this opportunity to recognize before you members of the diplomatic community here present. Later on, Your Excellency, you'll get the opportunity to greet them one by one, but allow me to introduce to you His Excellency Hamada El Badoui Mohamed Faki, Ambassador of the Union of the Comoros and Dean of the Diplomatic Corps. Together with him, Your Excellency, there are 43 ambassadors and high commissioners, 19 heads of international organizations, 6 current chargé d'affaires, 11 chargé d'affaires representing the heads of missions here. Also present, Your Excellency, are the 12 honorary consuls representing various friendly countries around the world. Your Excellency, since assumption of your office, Your Excellency, you have received no less than 15 ambassadors and high commissioners. Your Excellency, also on your left is the ministry's team, headed by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation. I understand we also have the Secretary General of the East African Community. Karibu sana. Your Excellency, since this is my first time to speak before Your Excellency at a diplomatic Sherehe party, allow me to thank you in the presence of this audience for the confidence you bestowed on me, appointing me as a Minister of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation. I must confess that I feel honored to be your right-hand person in steering our foreign policy to greater heights. It will be a remiss of me not to thank Your Excellency for your deliberate decision to strengthen our ministry and the embassies abroad. I cannot thank you enough for appointing me, along with me, Ambassador Mbaruk Nasoro Mbaruk, the Deputy Minister, who unfortunately had other duties in Zanzibar, for appointing Ambassador Fatuma Rajabu, for appointing Ambassador Joseph Sokoine, the Permanent Secretary, and Ambassador Fatuma Rajabu, Deputy Permanent Secretary, and appointing heads of department, all career diplomats to lead the ministry. We thank you, Your Excellency, for appointing even further and posting 24 new ambassadors. About half of them are below 45 years of age. Also for enabling the embassy to deploy more than 137 officers to the various embassies present here abroad. In particular, I thank Your Excellency for your guidance and leadership, which has made me and my colleagues at the ministry to discharge our responsibilities effectively. I stand as a witness that just in your 10 months in office, you have given, Excellency, our foreign policy a new breath. You have given us new wings, and you have given us a new life. We fly high. Your Excellency, since we assumed the office, we have diligently carried out your call to reach out to our friends and partners across the world and build good relations. We have been warmly welcomed everywhere we went or we have been. With your message of engagement and goodwill, no door was difficult to open, and no request was turned down. Your Excellency, let me also say that since my appointment, I've had an opportunity to engage with members of the diplomatic community as a group, at the bilateral level, at the multilateral level. We held political dialogue with the European Union. We have celebrated together the African Day and national days. Excellencies, we have also coordinated a number of bilateral meetings with other ministries. And on behalf of the ministry, I would like to thank members of the Diplomatic Corps for their cooperation and support extended to us, and for the active and constructive engagement with the government and other stakeholders. Your Excellency, the international community, which is highly represented here by the Diplomatic Corps, has shown deep admiration to your leadership. At least that's what they share with me when we meet. In particular, your approach in addressing COVID-19 pandemic, your personal leadership in vaccine advocacy, your path toward democracy and rule of law, your commitment towards regionalism and multilateralism, your bold and unshaken resolve in undertaking social, political, and economic reforms, and your passion for addressing gender inequality and specifically promotion of women in leadership, and allowing pregnant girls to return to school upon delivery. Your strong leadership has been received positively, as evidenced by the response of many of our friends and partners to your robust economic and development agenda. It is seen in the decisions of many capitals on maintaining bilateral assistance, all uplifting even more, including funds and vaccines donations we have received so far, and that of the World Bank and the IMF in supporting your efforts in cushioning our economy from the effect of COVID-19. Your Excellency, there have been also scores of calls, video calls, invitations, and visits that you have been receiving as a further testimony of these growing relations and confidence in your leadership. Your Excellency, I could go on and on to mention many achievements. However, in the interest of time, once again, allow me to thank Your Excellency for inviting us to the State House for this diplomatic circle Sherehe party, and to thank the members of the diplomatic corps for their presence in big number this evening. And allow me, Excellency, before I end my remarks, to recognize, I call him my better half, Dr. George Mulamula, in the room. As they say, behind any successful man, there is a woman. So if you could stand for recognition. Excellency, asante sana, nakushukuru, asante. I thank you.